Here we are with another scripture, Judges chapter 6. We've got verse 11 we're going to start with. It's the story of Gideon. It says this, "Then the angel of the Lord came and sat beneath the great tree at Ophrah, which belonged to Joash of the clan of Abiezer."
Nailed it.
Job.
Gideon, son of Joash, was threshing wheat at the bottom of a winepress to hide the grain from the Midianites. The angel of the Lord appeared to him and said, "Mighty hero, the Lord is with you." "Sir," Gideon replied, "if the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us? And where are all the miracles our ancestors told us about? Didn't they say, 'The Lord brought us up out of Egypt'? But now the Lord's abandoned us and handed us over to the Midianites." And then the Lord turned to him and said, "Go with the strength you have and rescue Israel from the Midianites. I am sending you." But Lord, Gideon replied, "How can I rescue Israel? My clan is the weakest in the whole tribe of Manasseh, and I'm the least in my entire family." The Lord said to him, "I will be with you, and you will destroy the Midianites as if you are fighting against one man."
Wow.
Amen.
What a great story, the story of Gideon.
It is a great story.
Aren't we all Gideons at some stage?
100%.
And looking at our own ability or inability. And yeah, I when you were reading that, Pastor Rudy, I was like, yeah, there's been so many times when God has said, "Oh, I want you to do this." But God, how can I do that? You know, the conversations that you might have with God, or maybe it's just me. And, you know, I come with, you know, my logic and reason. And of course I know better than God. No, you should say no there.
No.
Yes.
That's right.
It's just crazy how we, I don't know, doubt God and don't realize, like, Gideon, he's having a conversation with God.
I know.
Like, hey, is that not enough for you to go, yeah, let's go?
Yeah.
But no.
What struck me when I read it is the contrast of his position in life and how God was speaking to him. Like, he's like, "I'm a nobody, I'm a nothing." And if you look at what he was doing, like, he's hiding away, doing his job, trying to hide from the enemy. And God shows up and say, "You're a hero."
Yeah.
And he goes, "You're strong." And I was like, well, actually, he was neither of those things. In reality, he wasn't those things. But God's like, "No, you are those things." Because God's calling him according to who he created him to be.
Yeah.
And it just makes me think, is like, how does God speak to us?
Right.
Do we listen when God says that? Like, we feel ill-equipped or unqualified, and God shows up and says, "There's something greater in you than anything in the world. That nothing formed against you is ever going to prosper." And he speaks to us according to who he always created us to be. And that to me is an incredible contrast. Like, you're a hero, you're strong. It's like, well, he's not. So either God's lying, which he's not, or God is speaking out what the actual truth is. The truth isn't what we see here. The truth is always what God has destined for us.
So true.
He calls us, according to that destiny. And
Right.
Yeah. Not many of you were wise when you were called, you know.
Right.
It's in Corinthians somewhere, but it's like, that's not who we were. But that's where God called us to be something so, you know, beyond that. And sometimes when we've lived that, you know, like if we were to fast forward in Gideon's life, maybe he got used to that.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, we can get used to that. Oh, yeah, that's, you know, I don't feel that way anymore.
Yeah.
But that's still how we continue to walk in victory, is still with that. God is calling me to beyond, you know, where I am here. And, you know, I shared about it recently, but even after Gideon answers with, "But I'm not this and I'm not this, or I am the weakest of the weakest of the weakest." It's like the only argument that God then brought was, "I'll be with you."
Right.
Yes.
Like, that changes the equation entirely. And okay, that's enough for me, you know? And so immediately our eyes are off ourselves and what we have or what we lack, and our eyes are on, okay, well, if you're with me, then that just made this possible. That made this battle possible. That made this calling of victory possible, because you've promised to be with me.
Yeah.
It's like what I was thinking of this the other night, like what Reinhard Bonnke always used to say. He's like, "I'm just a zero.
I am a zero."
There you go. I can't do accents very well. And he's like, but it's great because God's the only one that matters.
Yeah.
So 1 with a 0 is 10. And then another 0, 1 with a 0 and a 0, that's the multiplication effect of partnership when God's in the perspectives. That's it. Like, when you've got God in a battle,
Yeah.
Unreal.
But then who gave Gideon the perspective of you're from the weakest tribe?
Right.
And this
Where
is
do you get
what
it from?
human beings do.
Yeah.
They categorize people, they analyze people,
Yes.
and they love to say, well, you're from the weakest
Yep.
tribe. I mean, what did they have? Tribe Olympics,
Right.
to find which one was the best one.
Right.
They should have.
Right.
But it's amazing how we allow the perspective of other people
Right.
to shape our view of ourselves. We
Right.
think we can't do certain things because this person said that,
Yeah.
or that person has that perspective of me, or puts me in that box. And this is where God doesn't put us in those kind of boxes.
Amen.
He goes, hey, I see you as strong.
Yeah.
I see you as a champion, a hero, incredible. And so really, I suppose this is an incredible opportunity for us today to change our perspective, get it away from what people view us as, and get it onto how God views us.
Amen.
And he says, you're strong.
Yep.
You're a hero.
Yep.